Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the Shoujo podcast, where I, Sarah, introduce my good friend Joe here to Shoujo anime. Today, we are covering episodes 25, 26, and 27 of Revolutionary Girl Utena. So if you haven't already watched those and you're watching along, make sure you do that and then join us back here. But before we jump into our discussion and deep thoughts and me being like, what the hell? We're 25 episodes in, but I'm like, Joe, what are you making me watch? Before all that. How are you doing, Joe?
How can that be? How can that be your response to these episodes?
I kept being like, what the fuck? What is happening?
You don't like
what
cars?
What is Joe making me watch? What's happening? It's just shirts busting open in the wind, and
you don't like hot guys?
Sure, you know me. I love a hot guy.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Well, I don't understand why you're so shocked.
I prefer them to not be like concerning behavior with minors, or like one of them. Like, where have you been, bro? You've been like a dummy mannequin man, and now you're just back to it inexplicably. Yes.
Yeah, he's back in it. It's a new arc, baby. It's time for the apocalypse arc. Toga's back in the game. But you know who's not back in the game? You just walked off. Where'd you go?
Sorry. Cricket's like, let me just ruin every podcast recording now by barking. So I just had to be like, hush. So I think she got the memo. Yeah. All right. Okay. Yeah. Well, we'll get more into that. What have you been up to? What's exciting? What's good?
Today I beat a video game.
KOTOR 2?
Oh no.
No, because not even remotely close.
I did pick up KOTOR 2 back again, and I spent maybe 2 hours swoop racing, as one does.
Oh God.
Trying to get the stupid swoop race thing working. But I did that. So
did you manage?
Oh yeah,
to be the champion rider.
I got my 5,000 credits. Don't you worry about it. But I haven't made it.
Is 5,000 credits? That doesn't seem like enough.
It's a lot of money to me right now.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyways. I did pick that game back up, so I am playing it. But that's not the one I beat. The game I beat is Star Fox Assault.
Is this the bad one where there's a hot chick on the hot fox lady on the island, or that's?
No, that's Adventures, and I already played that. This is the bad one where you're in space and the hot lady and the hot fox chick is on your team now.
Score.
Yeah.
Baddie on board or whatever.
She doesn't do anything. They don't do it. This game, well, first off, it was pretty bad because I don't know why GameCube era Star Fox thinks you, as a person who likes Star Fox, want to be Fox and walk around on your 2 legs on the ground. But they had several levels where you walk around on the ground and it's very slow and uninteresting. And I think that's a mistake. Fox should never be walking around. Ever. Always
in space.
You should always be in space. Come on, guys. Yeah, so that's the first thing. The second thing is that the plot is crazy. It's crazy. They like kill off a bunch of characters in the middle of it. So basically, I'm going to spoil this game from 15 years ago or whatever. Or 21 years ago, 2005. Wow.
A while ago.
So it's like, you're Star Fox, you're in the whatever. You get attacked by these insect machine guys called Aperoids, and they're going to take over everything. Oh no. And they like basically destroy the whole galaxy, and they kill the like general guy that like gives you the missions or whatever, who's like a dog man. He dies very funnily, like in an extremely funny, gets taken over kind of way. They fake kill Peppy.
That's a fun name.
Yeah. And he's like one of the main crew, kind of. It's very funny. The whole thing is very ridiculous and over the top for these like weird enemies no one's ever heard of. It's very goofy. And then they, at the very end post-credit scene, they walk back all of the character deaths because they're like, maybe we shouldn't have killed off like half the cast.
Did we talk about, either we talked about this recently or I was talking about this with someone else where it was like, psych, it's not it must have been us, right? Surely I'm not talking about this with anyone else, but
You're not talking about permadeath with other people?
well, like where it was like JK, they're all fine. It's gotta be. How long ago did you finish? Whatever. We're in detail. You finished it. It was wild.
It was wild. Also, very funny. Now that I'm looking at the Wikipedia article, Crystal, who's like the name of the hot fox lady, just doesn't have a last name. Everybody else has a last name.
Yeah. Oh, well, Crystal the hottie, I guess. I don't.
Yeah.
I'm sure in 2005 we were like, let's treat the female character equally.
She doesn't even get a last name.
Flesh out her story. Yeah.
That's how objectified she is.
Dang. Need to know. Don't need to know that. All you gotta know is she's hot.
That's true. She doesn't do anything. They don't do anything. And then I think she's just added the series because I'm playing all the Star Fox games, right? So next I have to play like Command or something, which is like a DS game. I don't think she's in it.
Dang.
No, she is.
Like, how hot is she? Let's see.
But then they kind of drop her. Like I played Zero when it came out on the Wii U. She's not in that.
Crystal with a K.
Yeah, with a K.
Oh, she is hot.
Yeah, she's like ridiculous in Adventures. In Assault, she's just like wearing a plug suit or whatever. It's fine.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty bizarre. I don't know. Star Fox, is it good? Have I liked any of them besides 64?
Oh, maybe not.
No, not really.
To playing through all these.
I don't know because there weren't that many. And I'm like, well, I haven't played through that many of them because, like, the thing is, I played Zero on the Wii U. It's fine, but they also have lots of sections where you go slow. Why are you going slow in a rail shooting game? I don't understand.
This is making me think Joe's probably a really good boyfriend because he like commits. He just is there through it all.
That's right. I will go through the Star Fox games.
What can't he do?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
So there it is.
There it is. Any Disney rewatch updates or?
No, we've been on break because people have been out of town. But next we're watching The Lion King.
Oh, the big one.
The big one.
Where that year they thought Pocahontas was going to be the big one. So like all their experienced animators were on Pocahontas and The Lion King was like the scrappy second movie that they didn't expect to make that much money and then blew it out of the water. And apparently that was my favorite movie when I was a baby. And I would go like, Pocahontas for the monkey. Oh no, Lion King.
Oh, okay. They pulled a Shrek then?
Yeah, maybe. What? Because DreamWorks.
I think Shrek had like a similar thing where it's like, they were making the Prince of Egypt or something, and then they just put everybody else on Shrek.
Yes. I'm like, I don't know why they ever thought. I mean, Prince of Egypt, from what I remember, is a very cool and very good looking movie.
Yeah, it's cool.
I don't know why they were like religion. That's the winner. That's going to be the big hit with everyone movie, but.
I mean, people are religious.
I guess so, but also are they also into being like, air quotes, key-fied, animated, I don't know, whatever. Anyway, I don't know.
Yeah, I guess.
Disappointment in the box office apparently for DreamWorks, but I do remember it being very cool.
Yeah. Anyway, what have you been up to?
I've been watching Love is Blind because I'm like, oh, what do I do? I'm caught up on Survivor, so I only have one episode a week now. And Love Island USA doesn't start until June 2nd. So I've got like, what do I do when I want to turn my brain off? And so we're watching Love is Blind. And multiple people when that was here in Austin were sending it to me like, you should do it. And I'm like, I just don't think I'd be very good. I'd be one of the people that just was in the background and they didn't ever get any FaceTime.
You can start some drama, you think?
No, I don't think
You're like
so.
The most experienced like watcher
of drama. That's true.
Of reality shows. You could do it. You know how to do it, right?
I like on paper. I don't think I can physically execute. Like I can only be me. I can't even see like I'm like can't even take myself seriously enough to do impersonation, let alone try to be like more over the top about stuff. But let's see. Went to karaoke. Like I just am like I'm like the karaoke bar player now. I've taken like 3 different dates to this karaoke bar. If they start recognizing me, they're gonna be like, "Oh, here she is with another one."
Yeah.
Sang the Pokemon theme song. There's a table of bros there. I was like, I know they got me. They'll know this song, even if everyone else is too old to know it. And I was right. And it was fun. I've been running. I've been walking a lot. Like I walked like 6 miles the other day. So at least while the weather's nice, it will be how I get my energy out.
Yeah.
And then I also am fighting the like running is how I'm getting my antsy energy up. I'm also like, what if I just I do this? Maybe this is like a toxic thing I'm doing, but like, what if I just get like a pet rat again or something?
Okay. There's
a sample rat at the shelter named Raspberry. And he looks all sad. He's like missing hair, and I'm like, oh. Yeah, so that's like my internal conflict right now.
Have you thought about playing through all the Star Fox games?
No, not when I ever played. I know he's a popular Smash Bros character to play as.
Yeah, you can wave dash.
Yes,
and shine spark or whatever. I don't remember any of the moves.
That's true. What we got? Let's see. Big week. We got Euphoria season 3 is this weekend. We've got
I'll watch that.
Oh, maybe that's not. The Boys. Is The Boys coming out soon? Yeah, The Boys. Wait, The Boys season that comes out tomorrow.
Oh.
What about by the Full Metal Alchemist Daemons of the whatever. There's some new author of Full Metal Alchemist anime coming out that looks really good.
There's a new season of anime. Witch Hat came out.
Yeah, I've heard good things. People think it's really pretty. So yeah, I was like on the vein of anime. It seems there's a few. Did you vote on the Crunchyroll? There's like the awards or whatever, and I like tried. There's like, if you open the Crunchyroll app, it's like vote for blah blah blah, and I tried, and it just wasn't working on my phone. But
man, I'm not voting in that.
Daily.
What one?
I was gonna say, I don't think there's the anime. It's probably like Crunchyroll
awards
anime
or something.
Awards. Yeah.
All
okay,
right.
here we go.
For 2025.
Anime.
I'm gonna bet. Okay, what one? I bet it's like solo leveling.
I can read the contenders. Yeah. Okay. So, the nominees for Anime of the Year are Dan to Dan season 2.
Oh shit. Okay.
Gacha Yakuda.
It's not that one.
Okay. And My Hero Academia final season.
No.
I've never even heard of this. Oh wait, no. Yes, I have. Hakopi's Original Sin. That's the really sad one, right?
Sure.
Children.
That's like the art house one. Okay. Keep going.
Yeah. The Apothecary Diary season 2.
That could win.
And The Summer Hikaru Died.
Isn't that one also sad?
Probably. 2
art house sad ones.
I guess I'm gonna vote for Apothecary Diaries. I haven't even watched it, but
that could win.
My sister likes it.
I'm trying to think of people. Because I'm trying to think, there's stuff that's popular, but then there's like who votes in Crunchyroll anime awards things. And I feel like Apothecary Diaries people would do that. Anyway, who won?
Oh no, like you can vote now.
Oh, well, it's not done. Oh, I thought we were like retrospectively doing this.
No, these are the nominees.
Okay.
JoJo podcast commentary on the nominees for the 10th anime.
I haven't watched any of those shows.
Okay, I've watched part of the first Apothecary Diary season. That's anime of the freaking
I'm not allowed
year.
to watch that because we might cover it at some point.
Let's see. There's like Film of the Year, which is like...
Where are you seeing this?
Hey, Rose of Versailles. We can vote for...
Where are you seeing this? I can't even find this.
Well, if you open the Crunchy...
My anime awards
it's not behaving
vote.
very well.
Oh, I see. Anime film of the year. All right. I've never heard of most of these.
I feel like I have to vote for Rose of Versailles because that or Demon Slayer are the only ones I've seen. And
I bet the Chainsaw Man movie wins. What is Scarlet?
I will say the Rose of Versailles gave me many laughs. So I remember it fondly. through our coverage and maybe not of the movie itself. That's holy shit. There's a lot of categories. Okay,
oh my
we can't
God.
get through all this.
Continuous series, best new series, best original anime.
Holy moly!
Oh my God, Lazarus. I did not like that one.
There's so many. Okay, there's like best Okay, they're just giving out.
They're really trying here.
I'm like best continuing series.
What's the stupidest one? Must protect at all costs character. Here we go. I don't think you need to protect any of these characters.
Must protect at all costs.
That's bad. Oh, let's see what the isekais have. Oh my God, this is great. The Disney World one I haven't watched. Oh, I forgot they made a Disney World isekai.
What?
Disney Twisted Wonderland. Oh, it looks terrible. I want to watch it. Should we watch it? It's probably bad.
You can make us do it for a bonus.
Should I make us do that for a bonus? I've been thinking about what bonus thing we should do.
Bonus, yeah.
You know, should we watch all of Gundam? Break. I don't know. Best main character.
Yeah. Okay, this is so janky though. I'm doing it in the app, and every time I vote, it's like broken. It is saving it, but it's like.
Are you trying to do that? I'm just like on the website or whatever. I want to see past winners. Past winners. Here we go. Let's see, anime of the year. Yeah. Of course, it was Solo Leveling. Everybody loved that, even though every single person I talk to, I'm like, should I watch Solo Leveling? And they're like, you are going to hate Solo Leveling. So I guess I'll never watch it.
I just was like, this guy, I just don't like the main guy. And that's important when it's all about him. Lazarus. Isn't that old?
No.
Isn't there something that's been done like that before? The art style looks so familiar.
I don't remember which studio it is, but I watched it. It was
Map.
It was weird. What happened? Where's the one for best opening? Opening sequence. Who has a good opening sequence? I feel like people are dropping the ball on this. All right.
I'm like, I don't know any of these.
I don't know any of these.
Don't know any of them.
Oh, I do like Witch Watch. That's pretty good. But I don't like Watch Me. That's not the one I like.
Oh. I was gonna vote for it, but
I mean, you can do whatever you want. Anyway, I guess this is happening. I don't know shit about anime that's going on currently. It seems they announced they had like a trailer for the remake of One Piece first couple arcs. That's goofy.
You know, I don't think there should be best isekai genre. Like, let's not encourage competition in the.
I think it's funny. I think it's good to be like, what's the best of this of this extremely cursed subgenre?
No. And the character design, it's like the character's already been designed. I don't know.
Yeah, but it's new to people.
I guess. These are, I don't know, best voice actors. I'm seeing like Studio Bones, which is the one Angelic Layer did them, right? I feel like I'm seeing a lot from them recently. Have they always been super consistent, or is it like a re-establishment?
They do a lot of stuff, I'm pretty sure. Did they do Angelic Layer?
Didn't they? I thought
they did. Yeah, good memory on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do a lot of stuff. Let's see. They're doing the My Hero Academia Vigilantes. Actually, they just do My Hero Academia. That's their big thing.
Okay.
They also did Mob Psycho.
I watched like the first episode of the video. I was like, no, don't wear an outfit of another character from the last show. It's terrible costume. I guess
I haven't seen it.
Best comedy. I will vote for Ranma and Half.
Okay, are we voting on air? Is that what we're doing?
Sorry, no. Okay, we should like carry on with our business
I don't know anything about. Oh, I have watched some more of the live action One Piece. Still not great.
But Zoro, he's even beefier.
Zoro is stupider and it is funny, so that's pretty good.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
But yeah, once again.
What do you think of the fact that they've changed Sanji's character and he's more palatable now, I think, to
I think that's good. I think that's a necessary change. If they tried to make a live human being act like Sanji does in the cartoon, it would be terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, I think I saw like a reel of someone doing it. But
he doesn't have nearly as much to do. But it's fine.
That's true.
None of them have anything to do because we keep doing plot stuff, and they should just hang out and not do plot stuff.
We should get some fun hangout times for sure. Okay. Well, speaking of fun hangout times,
it should be like a sitcom where, like, when the plot happens, they just like walk, like they leave the room and then they come back and they're like, "That was a crazy fight we just had." Anyway. Can we just shoot One Piece like a sitcom?
Well, make like they should do that. I feel like the popular thing is like, oh, there's Attack on Titan, but they're all chibi and in school. There should be like the sitcom where they're like, oh, all the characters where we're just goofy little guys.
What would be the best series for that?
Or they just hang out and do sitcom stuff.
Yeah, where it's like just a sitcom and like the plot can still happen, but it's all off screen and they just like walk back in and talk about it when it happens. I'm trying to think of what would be good.
How about out of the series we've covered, which one would be the best?
Okay.
I feel like
well, I'll tell you what it's not. Maybe we should. It's easy to eliminate some of them because they have just no character in them at all. Like My Happy Marriage could not survive this setup.
No.
At all.
I think Not a Sign of Affection.
That one could work, but they're not funny enough. I feel like sitcoms have to be funny.
I feel like Angelic Layer would be good because then we've got Kotaru being choked out by
that's true. You did just have slapstick in that one. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or maybe All the Things We Wanted from Rosalie and The Rose of Versailles would have happened off screen. That she would have been like, oh, can you believe I stabbed that guy? I really did. Be like, God damn, it's all we've asked for. And then
she just walks in covered in blood. I just shot a guy and I'm like, woo!
Yeah.
Oh my god, that would be so funny. Yeah. I think we could do a Kimi no Sudoku one where it's like,
yeah, that one would be cute too.
Everybody, it takes place in Ryu's room where everybody just keeps coming in whenever they want.
Mm-hmm. Oh, totally. He's just trying to nap.
Yeah, that would work.
Yeah. What would not work is stuff like it's like there's skip beat where a lot of the characters are just existing separately, like Sho and Ren.
That would be kind of hard. That would be kind of hard.
Cannot be in the same room. Yeah.
I don't think Utena would work that well either.
It's basically what it feels like what we're getting with the freaking student council on the balcony or whatever, where they're just like, that's crazy. What is going on, huh?
Like if they did it in Utena, it would be like there's 5 set pieces and none of the characters ever go to the other ones. So it's just like, then we check in with these guys over here.
It's just going to be anthe animal gags.
Yeah.
And freaking this show might as well be called Revolutionary Girl freaking Nanami because she gets more starring episodes than anyone else. My God.
Yeah, she's the goof character.
Nanami gag episode.
She's the one you do all your goofs with.
Yeah, you don't also make an important character. I don't know. It's throwing me off.
It's good. We love it.
Uh-huh.
Do we want to get into it?
We love it so much we should get into it, yes.
Instead of talking about some bullshit. All right. Yeah. We're getting to the point where I don't have a lot of voice actors left. So we're just going to cover one this time. Somebody I don't think I've covered yet. The voice of Akio is Jiroda Kosugi. He's like the voice of a million background guys. Like if you go down his like anime list credits, it's like a bajillion shows, but it's always somebody that's just like very in the background. So like I could be like listing off people from like, you know, G Gundam or whatever, but it's some guy you've never heard of. It was kind of hard to find characters that we might know. This is what I got here, though. He's Charles Beams from Aruka 7, which I have not watched, but I put down because that name is so funny to me.
The last name's really funny.
He's Azuma in Naruto, who's like Shikamaru's teacher guy who smokes. He's Arlong in One Piece. He's the dub voice. What?
He's like the first big bad of One Piece.
Yep. He's the dub voice for James Bond in Casino Royale, and he also is James Bond in a lot of like early 2000s video games.
Ugh, look at that. Freaking, just be the voice actor for freaking character in English. That's such a good gig.
And he is the voice of Jotaro in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. That's the big one.
Okay, is that the first one?
That's the main guy.
The first guy. But there's like a bajillion main guys, right? Because it's like descendants or whatever.
Yeah, it's like a whole family. And like each, like different seasons are about different, like have different main characters. But he's like the guy on the cover.
Yeah, with the pompadour. No.
He's with he has the hat.
The hat, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've never seen JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, so I actually don't know what happens.
I watched a few episodes because I was like, I'm going to try. People seem to really like this. And at some point, there's a female lead, and I like that. Maybe I get to that point, but I was just like, this is just one of the ones where it's like, this art style is not resonating with me.
Oh, yeah. I don't know why I haven't watched it. I just haven't gotten around to it. Anyway.
Big burly men.
Yeah. The big boys.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Revolution Girl Utena, episode 25, and the beginning of the Apocalypse arc is called Their Eternal Apocalypse. We open on a car zooming down the highway. I see you're putting your hands to your head.
It's crazy.
You hate the car.
Okay. The car is cool. I'm like, I'm just like...
We're zooming.
Every time there's a break in arcs, I'm like, I feel like a significant amount of time has passed. But it hasn't.
Yeah.
Not for the characters. We're just continue.
We see that Akio and Toga are in the car. Akio offers to let Toga drive, but Toga says he isn't old enough and comments that offering it to him is indecent. But Akio replies that the Academy values the independence of its students, and we see that the license plate has the Academy's name on it because it's his car, Akio's car. His last name is Otori.
I was like, Toga, please. Since when do you care about the age of anyone?
We cut to Wakaba going to the planetarium. She's greeted by Akio at the door and gets bashful because he's hot.
Except he's not in this episode because for some reason his face is like extra long, and I'm like,
yeah,
he doesn't look that good today. They took a break on whoever's making people hot.
She's come to help Utena and Anthy move in because they're living in the tower now.
No explanation. Well, not really. It's just happening.
Yep. Wakaba tells Utena that she's lucky to be living with Akio because he's super hot, but Utena tells her that he's engaged, so he's off limits.
Wouldn't have guessed it by the way he's acting.
Akio and Anthy enter, and the four of them have tea. Akio explains that he asked Anthy to move in with him so he could be closer to his family, and asked Utena to come along so that she wouldn't be alone. There we go. That's our explanation. And now they live in like a metal room with nothing in it.
She's always hanging out with him anyways, I guess. So it's like save time on the commute.
It's true. She does go out there all the time. Their room is hideous.
Yes. I know. Where's she going to hide all the animals? Where are all the animal gags going to come from?
I know. During this, Wakaba makes a big show of being Anthy's friend, and Utena teases her about it. And Anthy seems to be enjoying this, and Akio looks on at her with some concern. It's like, why are you enjoying this? We got to the student council. Saionji's here, and Jury asks him what he's been doing. He ignores that question and shows them a letter from End of the World telling them that he doesn't trust the letters anymore. Jury comments that he got burned by a fake letter before, so that makes sense, but Miki says that he confirmed the contents of the letter, which talked about how the dueling arena now has a gondola which takes you up to the arena instead of having to take the stairs.
Miki, my guy. It's not what a gondola looks like. It's not how a gondola works.
It's definitely not a gondola. It's straight up just an elevator, but don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Saionji says that it doesn't matter. He doesn't want to be End of the World's lackey, so he's not fighting and leaves. And the rest of the student council wonders what they're going to do themselves.
Joe,
because, yeah.
I just had an idea. Sorry. We should have been doing where we pull our favorite episode from the comments section on YouTube of this. It'd be like people's reaction. Oh, I bet there's some really good ones. I just saw one being like, so you're telling me there's been an escalator this whole time? Or an elevator this whole time? Sorry. Continue!
Oh, are you talking about on the official videos? Is that what you mean?
On YouTube where I'm watching it.
Oh, right.
It's like I could just, read like everyone for however long this has been up comments and just pull like a favorite one. Like, favorite comment of the week.
I don't... I'm watching the Blu-rays, so I don't know.
I can't be thinking of segments while we're recording. I gotta get my head in gear. Sorry. Continue.
In the planetarium, Akio shows Utena the Star of Morning, which he's named after. And then he like makes a move on her, and she kind of just lets him. He's like putting his arms around her and stuff.
Terrible.
Yep.
Everything's horrible. The end.
He tells her that the star has another name, Lucifer. And we see Anthy looking at the two of them with anime glasses eyes, which is what I'm calling it when like the reflection obfuscates their eyes so you can't read their expression. but clearly they're like angry. And then Akio explains who Lucifer is. You know, Satan.
Yeah. Okay. This is like, it could be construed as Anthe being mad, but I feel like it's something. Well, she's mad, but maybe she's not mad at Utena is what I'm thinking.
Yeah. She's perturbed.
Mm-hmm. Why wouldn't she be? Upsetting scenario.
They see Anthe and Utena leaves with her while Akio seems pleased with himself. Utena and Anthe go to sleep in the most absurd bed ever. It's like I'm going to try to describe this bed. It's like an S. It's like two half circles that have been moved such that like
yin and yang bed.
And when they lay into it, they're like laying so that they can face each other.
Yes. And we do like a cool dramatic, like, there's a lot of new recurring segments being introduced in this episode where we're like, let's fall back dramatically with our lady silhouettes and then look into each other's eyes and hold our hands. And
yep, they do that.
Yep.
Utena in bed talks about Akio and how he's always looks sad when talking about the stars, like he's lost something. She's like, that feeling feels kind of familiar to me in some way. Anthe comments that Utena seems familiar to her in sometimes. And Utena is like, oh, really? That's cool. I like it when you tell me stuff. You should come to me if you ever had any problems, Anthe. I want us to be friends who can talk to each other. Upon hearing
this is the first time. Sorry, this is the first time on the record. First time we're seeing Anthe with her hair down.
Yeah, told you we'd see it.
It's long and luscious.
Upon hearing this, Anthe gets a vision of her hugging the prince as the Rose Bride, and she starts to tell Utena something while they hold hands, but backs out of it, opening up slowly.
Yeah, these episodes, there's a big shift in Anthe, and I like what I see.
Elsewhere, Saionji is cleaning the kendo dojo when Toga appears, and Toga makes some small talk, but Saionji isn't having it, and he accuses Toga of looking down on him. Toga chastises Saionji for giving up on the duels and tell him that there's somebody he wants to meet. He goes into a little speech about how if your heart hasn't given up, you can hear the sound that races about the end of the world. As Akio drives his car into the scene. How do you like this?
There's a car in the building. This is crazy. It's insane. I was just like, oh, what's happened? It's so weird. It's just okay. I think some people are into animes where it just throws you into it and you just go along. And I'm not one of those people. I like need to be gently introduced, but no, it's just like, what? Bam! There's our car here, and like to some Toga's like arms and like, oh, my shirt's coming undone. Yeah. Oops! Like flapping in the wind.
That's right.
What's happening?
Come with me in the hot, sexy car, Saionji. We could be hot, sexy boys together in the car, named after the academy we go to.
Oh, God. Tell me more about it.
We cut to Akio driving the Otori car while Toga and Saionji sit in the back seat. Saionji's like, isn't that guy the chairman? And Toga tells him that he's also Anthe's brother and asks him if he still wants the Rose Bride. Saionji says he isn't telling Toga, a guy he doesn't trust anymore, anything, and says that they're not friends and true friendship does not exist. Toga asks him if he really believes that. Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'm like, we're just getting like Saionji suddenly has his wits about him. Like, you're just a dummy, Saionji. Like, when did you become so discerning? Like,
I mean, he figures it out. Like, Saionji has it at the beginning of this episode where he's like, wait a minute, this is stupid. This is bullshit.
Yes.
But then he loses it so easily because he's an idiot.
Okay, still that.
Toga asks him if he really believes that, and then asks why he wants eternity. He's like, is it because you're looking for eternal friendship? You want to be my bestie, Saionji? Is that what you really want? Saionji doesn't respond, so Toga asks him if he remembers the time with the girl in the coffin, and Saionji wonders aloud if that memory was even real.
Well, sometimes like you like remember sharing that you had a memory as a kid, so then you just remember sharing the memory and maybe not even the memory. Maybe it's like that.
Well, we know time doesn't work here. Toga tells him that it was, and that Akio was the one who saved the girl from the coffin by showing her something eternal. This gets Saionji's attention, and he reaches out and asks Akio who he is. Akio tells him that he will reveal the end of the world to him now, and he speeds up on the highway and then, like, jumps onto the roof of the car and riding it while his shirt, like, billows open, and he speeds up into the distance.
Yes, we're all like, we gotta have the locks flowing in the wind, and then buttoned shirts, and it's kind of like, what is it when the ladies would dance on the planes in the air? Like that, but the car. Or doing tricks, maneuvers on a moving vehicle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Crazy.
He's posing.
This is just crazy. The hand touching the shoulder, that's now the thing. That's the trigger.
Yep.
That's the new version of the going down, whatever.
Yep. You got it. Driving that car.
Does things to a person.
Does things. Hey, you know what a mark of being an adult is, right? Means you can drive a car. That's one of the things that came up in the whatever episode with the kid.
Yeah. What is the... Oh, yeah, that's true. What's the driving age in Japan?
I don't know.
So it's like, and I guess it's not like most adults don't even have, or a lot don't even have licenses. Or
well, it depends on where you live. If you live in a city,
yeah,
18.
Depends. Yeah. Okay. Then because I was like, oh, yeah, I think you're old enough. No, okay, that makes more sense. Yeah, why are you trusting all these youngsters to be behind the wheel here?
But you can ride a small motorcycle when you're 16.
Ah. Cool points. Street cred.
Yeah. Yeah. We cut to Miki, Utena, and Anthe in the Rose Garden. Utena tells him that she never received any letters from the end of the world, so she can't help the student council figure out whatever they're trying to figure out. Miki tells her about the new gondola, when suddenly Saionji shows up with the Otori car behind him. He declares that he will win Anthe and gain eternity. Miki's like, wait a minute, didn't you just say you gave up on the duels like the other day? But Saionji says he isn't the same man that he was before. Miki's like, what are you talking about? And tries to stand between him and Utena, but Saionji swats Miki away and grabs Anthe like an evil villain.
Yeah, well, he's got like a crazed, or like, they really emphasize like the under eye. Like there's like a madness to him now.
Yep. Utena tells him to let her go as we transition to the Kashira Shadow Troop. They're back, and now their skits all begin with their UFO crashing into the Otori Tower. They're back on the wall. They do a skit about how doing things as a pair is better, and teamwork is good, but then the pair gets into a fight about mundane things, and it's like, man, teamwork's hard.
Mm-hmm.
We get a new rendition of Absolute Destiny Apocalypse with even more backing instrumentation. Also, the sequence of events are new. Here's what happens. So we
crazy stuff.
Yeah, we walk up to the infinite staircase, but now we see that in the middle of the pillar is a new gondola, which is really just an elevator that Anthe is waiting inside with her school uniform. And as the camera gets closer, she just disappears, leaving her uniform behind.
Poof.
Utena gets into the now empty elevator and starts riding it up, and as she ascends, a nude Anthe appears and her rose bride dress magically pops onto her.
So weird.
Meanwhile, we see a plant start to grow out of her discarded school uniform. They ride the elevator up as the plant grows around the uniform. Anthe conjures Utena's prince uniform as the plant completes its growth as a rose bush, and the flowers all bloom. Utena and Anthe appear in the arena. That's what happens every time now.
Is there anything we can interpret from this that you could do for the simple folks, such as myself?
Anthe goes from being a normal person to magic girl, and the remnants of her clothes turn into the roses because she's the rose bride. That's all I got at the moment. I'll have something better when I think about it more. I don't really have much.
Got it. Okay.
I'm just like, this is the stuff that happens.
This is just crazy town, and we're all living.
It's cool.
Yes.
Anyway, opposing them, we see the Otori car again and Saionji. Hey, I hope you like this car.
It is the most portable vehicle there's ever been.
Utena tells Saionji that if he really loves Anthe, he needs to consider her point of view. And he says, I used to think like that, but now I realize I don't need to consider her opinion at all. The Rose Bride has no will of her own.
I don't think we ever saw him thinking about her feelings ever.
Yeah, I don't really know if he did that the first time. Utena's like, all right, fine, I'm just going to kick your ass. The duel begins, and many Otori cars arise from the arena like they're a video game assets clipping through the floor. They're just in all whatever configurations. Meanwhile, the car Saionji came up with starts to drive around the perimeter of the arena on its side. This is going to be hard to describe if you haven't watched the sequence. I encourage you to go watch it because it's going to be hard for me to say what it is with words. Saionji tells Utena that he's a man now and he's seen the world. Ooh.
The world!
They fight, and Saionji is pretty good. Midway through the fight, the Sword of Dios disappears from Utena's hand, surprising both Toga and Akio, who are watching nearby. The duel continues, but Utena needs to just dodge now because she doesn't have a weapon. Anthe looks on with indifference, but then remembers how Utena wanted to be closer friends with her, and then rushes to her aid. Anthe goes to Utena and summons a sword from Utena's heart, not unlike how the swords were summoned from the student council members in the Black Rose arc. It's basically the same thing. Anthe pulls Utena's sword out and gives it to Utena as the two of them embrace dramatically.
Yeah, I like this. This is fun. We're also doing crazy backbending. Like all that stretching Utena's been doing has been leading up to this point. All the like bridges she's doing.
Yeah, oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
She's been training.
The castle lights turn off and the lights from the cars turn on as the spirit of the prince goes to Utena and then she wins the duel. The car crashes and Saionji is out of commission.
Yeah, I do like the last time. It's like when they were defeated, it was the whole little like body outline on the ground. But interesting. It's just, yeah, crash sound, the color of petals from whoever it is we're fighting go up in the air, and it's fun. It's the car crash as the conclusion is fun. I do like that.
Nearby, Toga and Akio lounge on a couch like they're in a GQ photo shoot talking about how Saionji lost. It's absurd.
Well, it's like their silhouette, and then it felt like I don't know what the right, I don't know, freaking AP English term for this is, but like replicating the like silhouettes of Anthe and Utena in their bed, and then it's these two in this bed or whatever.
Yep.
The vibe I'm getting.
No, that's totally true, isn't it? I didn't even notice that. Later that night, Akio talks about the duel with Anthe, commenting that even without the Sword of Dios, Utena won. He beckons Anthe over, but she hesitates, so he turns and grabs her as the light goes down.
Hate that.
Oh, back in her room, Utena wonders what's keeping Anthe. We see Anthe lying beneath some stars as we cut to credits, which are new. We get a new credit sequence.
Oh, I did not note that.
Well, it is.
This makes me sad. It just seems like Anthe has been like on autopilot basically, and you know, spending time with Utena is slowly making her desire things, and then you know, so it's like she's just been going through the motions or whatever the hell this poor girl is going through with Akio. It's like I feel like it's like she's been taking it, and then it's like, is she seeing it possibly going to happen to Utena? And it's like, it's fine if it's happening to her, but not to her friend. I'm just assuming there's some like essay stuff going, or, you know, like, oh God, we're getting to that point because she's like not, or I'm assuming will continue to not be as cooperative with him moving forward. Oh, it's just awful. I just feel bad. It's sad for Anthe.
Yep.
Seems like she's going through some bad stuff.
It seems bad. Like her life is not going great. Yeah.
No.
Yep.
Well, because I was like, oh, is she in on it? But now it's like maybe I don't know. Well, now I'm like, if she has memories with the prince that Utena knows, is it like she was taken from him by? I don't. There's a whatever. This is only our first episode. This is a long coverage. It's a long episode.
Yep.
We gotta get through 2 more.
Yep. One of them's gonna be pretty fast though.
Yes.
Yeah. So in this episode, Saionji learns what it is to be a man in the world, which is misogyny. Like straight up, no holds barred misogyny. Women don't need to think.
Cars.
You can just tell them what to do. They don't have will of their own. I could just say whatever I want them to do, which is
Is there this is probably a better question, like once we go through the motions of this new freaking today's episode, Miki goes to whatever.
Yep.
And it's the 3rd act because we've done the student council and the Black Rose and now this.
Yep.
Is there like the first the first duel is this, the second duel is this, and this is the duel where blah, blah, blah. Or this is too early of a question, but something for you to explain to me at a later time is like the phases of arcs and like, I don't know. Is it like caterpillar, cocoon, butter? I don't know. Whatever.
Well, this is kind of
supposed to interpret.
This is, I think this is going to be the coda on Saionji. Like, this is kind of the end of each individual character's thing, right?
Which is, if this is the end, it doesn't feel, but also this is not a show I should expect to feel ties everything up nicely. This is a flying off the seat of our pants show, so.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, this is just going through, like, Saionji is somebody who, felt inadequate.
It's been the same thing the whole time.
Well, he's had some character development. It's just been mostly bad. Because it's like he's been feeling, inadequate compared to his friend. He thought he was friends with his friend, but it turned out his friend actually betrayed him. He was like a normal person for a little bit, and it wasn't that bad.
It was just this freaking crazy.
But then he went back to his life as soon as physically possible and immediately and like kind of learned from being burned by these guys, how like, oh, it's almost like this bullshit masculinity contest is like a bit of a scam. And then he falls right back into it when he hangs out with a cool older guy who takes him in his hot rod. And he's like, yeah, see, this is what being a man's about, driving this car down the highway. Hell yeah. Do you want a girl? You should just take her. Women just exist to do what you say. They don't have thoughts and feelings. They should just be dominated by you. Old school misogyny. And he learns it. And then he goes for it. And then he gets his ass kicked because fuck him.
Well, I'll
but he's
be
like a
interested
patsy,
to see
right?
if this is, if this is like, if this is like his last big thing, if we'll get what he looks like after this. Because we kind of get the post after this thing and we still have some time with the characters. I'm assuming there will be some. Yeah. I mean, he's still going to be around. Wrapping up of things. Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be the last time we ever see him, but
just last time he's like the main point of conflict, I guess.
Yeah. All right. Do you want to go to episode 26?
Let's do it.
Episode 26 is called Mickey's Nest Box. Open parentheses, the sunny garden, arranged, close parentheses. We open on Akio and Toga driving on the highway while listening to the sunlit garden on the radio. Akio tells Toga that they need to defeat Utena and engage Anthy to someone else, ASAP, and Toga's like, wait, I thought Utena was the goal here. But Akio tells him that her defeat is the actual goal. Toga wonders who they're going to use next as we cut to Mickey playing piano. I wonder who it's going to be.
Well, could it be?
It's the next day, and everybody at school is gathered in the courtyard to watch Kozue about to fall from the second floor balcony as she tries to save a bird's nest from a tree that's going to be cut down soon. She falls, but Miki and Utena catch her. She did save the birds, but hurt her ankle in the process. Miki,
love it.
Yeah.
She's low-key little tree hugger. Didn't think she had it in her.
She's cool.
Here for it. Maybe her and Anthy have more in common than they think.
Yeah. Miki carries her home with Utena, Anthy, and the birds in tow. They get back to their home, and Anthy gives Miki instructions on how to care for birds. Kozue gets annoyed that they're flirting and gets up to leave, but sees a letter from their mother on the desk and asks Miki about it, and he tells her that he already read it and that she should read it too. Utena's like, oh, I'm jealous that you get mail from your parents, because I don't have any parents. And Kozue's like, we basically don't have parents either. We're practically wild animals. And Mickey's like, stop saying that. Our parents care about us. But she dismisses him and throws the letter away. Utena and Anthy walk home, but stop in the yard as Utena wonders aloud if this is the garden that Mickey imagined when he played piano as a kid. And Anthy's like, wasn't that just his imagination? Like, wasn't that not real? But Utena comments that the garden is overgrown now. She's like, I was kind of expecting more. We cut to Anthy.
Is this like... Sorry, is this where Anthy's, it's just like, okay, well, Anthy's clearly the one, she may seem like she's the one not listening, but she's the one who's actually listening. Utina's just taking pieces and running with it. Or that made no sense at all.
Yeah, well, I mean, Utena is...
It's like different, nope, sorry, continue.
Like, Utena is engaging with Mickey's fantasy and it being like, oh, this is where he imagined this thing. Kind of thought it would be cooler than that.
Yeah.
We cut to Anthy and Akio talking about this exchange. He asked her what she thinks of Utena, and Anthy's like, what do you think she meant when she said that? And he pulls Anthy in and knocks a teacup off the table. Utena enters the planetarium to find Anthy picking up the teacup with Akio. Utena apologizes for interrupting their family time, but Akio says that he considers her as part of the family, while Anthy looks displeased. Utena and Anthy get in bed in the ridiculous way that they do it. And Utena says she's happy to be practically family with somebody. Utena and Anthy hold hands, and Utena is like, it's great how chill Akio is, and Anthy says that he's like a father to her.
Even worse, maybe.
Utena thinks about Kozue and Miki and asks if their parents, or if it's true that parents always care about their children. Anthy speculates that it might just be a genetic thing that parents do that. And Utena's like, well, that's kind of bleak.
Which that also makes me sad if it's like, if she's calling Akio her like her father but isn't her father, and then she's like, oh, maybe genetically they are, which is like, maybe it's implying that, I don't know, because mine's not genetic, it's implying that hers isn't. It's like, oh, Anthy, what have you been through?
Anthy is basically saying the answer is no here. We got to the student council. They've gotten another letter from End of the World, and it tells them to defeat Utena. Miki gets angry that adults are telling them to do things. He doesn't want to be used by them. And Hurray says they still don't know anything about the End of the World to say if he's a good or bad guy.
It's
later.
Freaking baseball. No, where's the baseball thing
that was the previous one. The previous one where they were talking with Saionji. Like
what is
baseball
happening?
Was happening in the background. He got 3 strikes and he's
insane.
Out. He's out of the game. He quit. This one, they're sitting in a bajillion chairs.
That's right. And Nanami's getting the massage chair, and Hurray's like, hey, let me.
Yeah. Later, Miki has a phone call with his father while seeing that the tree that the birds were in earlier has been cut down as planned. He tells his father that he and Kozue are fine with him remarrying, but they won't go to the wedding. His father asks what I think is if he wants to talk to his new mother, but Miki's like, no, it's cool. And we see on the other end that his new mother will be Anthy in her red dress. What could this mean? Why is she here?
What is happening? God damn. No wonder Miki had to help her study and her grades are slipping. She's just everywhere all at
She's
once.
everywhere.
She has no time to study.
Yeah.
Magic things.
Don't you hate it when your dad...
I guess just...
Don't you hate it when your dad abandons you so he can get with the person you want to get with? Dang.
That would be... Oh my
Parents,
God.
am I right?
Think about
Always getting in your way. Don't you just hate it when adults tell you to do things?
The show is so confusing. It's just not a leisurely watching show. You really gotta pay attention.
Miki plays piano sadly while Kozue waits outside at night. Nanami appears and asks why she's out so late. Only student council members are allowed out at night. But Kozue says she's waiting for somebody, and she goes out to meet Akio.
Freaking Akio and Toga are Eskimo brothers over there.
Meanwhile, Toga appears in the music room with Miki. He asks him why he quit being a duelist. And he's like, you know that there are only some things you can have by taking them, right? Miki tells Toga that he's being suspicious. Toga says that there's somebody he wants to meet and does his little bit about hearing the sound of the end of the world as Akio drives into the scene. We cut to Akio and Kozue in the front seat of the Otori car while Miki is in the back. He's like, what are you doing here, Kozue? And she's like, I'm on a date with Akio. And he's like, okay. Kozue asks Miki if he loves Anthy, and Miki gets embarrassed. And she's like, it's fine. If he wants her, then he should take her, and Akio can help. She's also like lounging in the car, trying to look sexy the whole time. So please imagine that happening while all of these conversations are going on. Miki's like, what's your game, Kozue? You hate Anthy. But Kozue says that she just wants him to be happy. She would never lie. Besides, Akio says it's for your own good. When everything around you is impure, she says, you must become impure. You have to lose your purity to get what you want.
I hate that.
Kozue takes off her tie and lets it go, covering Miki's eyes, and he has a vision of him driving the car with Anthy in the passenger seat.
Oh, Lord.
Miki accuses Akio of seducing Toga and Saionji into the duels and realizes that Akio is end of the world.
Aha.
Akio speeds...
See? I was right. Sorry. Just me being like, I'm right. Anyways, continue.
Akio speeds up the car and does a flip onto the hood to ride sexily into the distance. We got to Kozue and Miki working together to build a birdhouse where the tree once was. Utena shows up and is like, oh, cool, you guys are making a birdhouse? That's sick. But is shocked when Miki challenges her to a duel. We get the Kashira Shadow Troop. They do a skit where one of the girls bets her wallet on black and loses at roulette. She gets mad and says she'll play again with the rest of her money. And then the dealer reveals that the game is rigged. We get Absolute Destiny Apocalypse. we get the dueling arena and see Miki, the Otori car, and Kozue wearing a blue version of Anthony's dress.
Thought this was cool. This was interesting. What is happening?
Kozue and Miki draw out his sword in the same way that Anthy now draws a sword out of Utena. The battle begins, and now Kozue is in the Otori car that circles the arena, so she's riding in the car. Utena says to Miki that she thought the two of them were friends, but Miki ignores that and says he'll make the Rose Bride his. The duel continues, but partway through, Anthy gets into the car with Kozue, and Kozue is like, hey, I heard that whoever you're engaged to gets special powers. I want in on that. And she's like, starts to go down on Anthy like they're gonna make out in the car or something. Well, Miki looks on disturbed.
Distracting your brother.
Yep.
Like, it's just cutting your brother. I don't know what. Oh, okay. Continue. We're almost on that episode.
Utena summons the power of Dios and defeats Miki. Anthy comments that he still has a boy's sword. Later, we see Kozue call Miki a coward as we cut to credits.
What? Okay. Is Kozue, like, active? Okay. We've only seen two. So I've only seen the Saionji, and his person is Toga. And this one, it's Miki, and his person is his sister. And then I'm assuming with Jury, it's going to be the girl. But, like, are they... Because in this case, it was like, I guess Akio went for... So is Akio having to first recruit the person close to them, pull them in, and use them to lure them? I'm like, what is the consciousness of Kozue knowing what she's doing to her brother here?
So I think the way to look at what we know about what's happening so far is that Akio is offering them like a path to adulthood or like to the future. And this is why they go back into it, right? Because basically they get disillusioned where they're like, I'm done being a duelist. This whole thing is stupid. And then he's like, oh, well, you can't quite give up just yet when you're so close to getting the thing you want. It turns out that you just weren't doing it hard enough, and kind of gets them to double down on being a duelist. Like instead of getting disillusioned with the process, they get entrenched in it further.
Gotcha.
You know how like a lot of you know, like the Manaverse and like the men's rights things always talk about the red pill in the Matrix, because they're like, this is how you escape the Matrix being feminism, and they end up just doubling down on the thing that they're supposed to be getting out of, because the Matrix in the actual movie is like, you know, the patriarchy and capitalism and stuff, and they all just re-entrench themselves in it while thinking they're doing something revolutionary. That's this.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy things.
Like in this,
at least this next nope, continue.
Well, like in this instance, right? It's like Kozue and Miki are using teamwork in the same way that like Anthy and Utena now use teamwork. But like what's being offered here, like Kozue is like disillusioned with the whole family structure, right? Because her family, she feels like has abandoned her and like kind of split apart, right? And it seems like maybe it's split apart a bit under Anthy's influence, which is interesting. So she's kind of just like, we can just do whatever we want. That's her whole thing. Like, we're wild animals. We can do whatever we want, right? Like, we don't need to be bound by anything. And that's why she's like, well, if you want Anthy, you should just take her. Like, whatever. I just want you to be happy. We can do whatever we want. Like, it doesn't matter. And that's also why, like, in the duel, she's like, hey, Anthy, I heard you give people magical powers. I want some of that. Like, I don't need to be bound by the rules that you need to be engaged with one person or like whatever. We can do whatever we want. But then Miki is not able to handle that idea and still wants the kind of traditional concept of like relationships or whatever. And so this is why they split apart and he loses.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's why she's like, you're a coward. Because if he had just committed to being like, we could do it, like society isn't real, we can just do whatever we want.
Yeah.
Then he wouldn't have gotten distracted and they could have operated like a unit.
Oh, okay.
I think that's my read of it. I don't know if that's true.
Yeah.
There's probably other stuff.
I appreciate the read.
Yeah.
It helps.
And there's like the birds, right? Like they're the baby birds. They build themselves a house because they lost the structure of the tree, which is like their family, blah, blah, blah.
Yes. All right. It's all coming together now that you've explained it for me.
The Kashira Shadow Troop is like you're being taught how to gamble, and it turns out you think you're playing a game, but it's all rigged. This is what Akio's doing to everybody. That's all I got.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, you know what else we got? a goofy episode that I can understand.
All right. Let's hit the last one because we've been going kind of long.
Yes.
Episode 27 is called Nanami's Egg. We open on a dream of Nanami as a child finding an egg in the sandbox and she hides it from her brother. She wakes up and sees that there is a literal actual egg in her bed and wonders if she could have laid it while she was sleeping. Back at school, or she goes to school and Suwabuki tells her that they'll have girls' health class today instead of gym just so we all have a hint as what this episode is actually about. Nanami isn't paying attention, and she has brought her egg to school and is worried that everyone is going to find out that she laid an egg and think she's a freak because she's like, girls don't lay eggs. That's not real. Utena hits her in the face with a soccer ball accidentally, and Nanami's like, what the heck? You could have broken it, in reference to the egg. And Utena's like, what are you broke what? What are you saying? But since Nanami can't admit that she's walking around with an egg, she just runs away instead. She goes to see Miki, who examines her egg, and he's like, yup, that's an egg. And he's like, it's not a reptile or a bird egg, though. And he's like, where did you even get this? Nanami thinks that she can't tell him without him freaking out and calling her an alien. So instead, she posits a hypothetical that the egg was laid by a girl. You know, hypothetically, Miki. And Miki's like, well, there are mammals that can lay eggs, but human women can't. But it turns out Nanami left after the mammals comment and didn't hear the part about humans. So she now thinks that girls can lay eggs. Her entourage shows up and are like, hey, are you tired? Everything okay? And she's about to tell them about the egg that she laid, but stops when she realizes that she might be the last girl to know that they lay eggs, and they'll make fun of her for not knowing that girls all lay eggs. So instead, she just runs off again. She runs into...
This is what it's like to be an overthinker.
Yeah. She runs into Juri and makes her drop her bowling ball bag. And Juri's like, watch out, you almost scratched my ball. In Japanese, the word ball is tama and egg is tamago. So they sound almost exactly the same. And Nanami thinks Juri is talking about her egg and is amazed by how big it is. Juri tells her that she used to have smaller ones, but they got bigger over time. And now she has big ones. Hey, what do we think the egg is a reference to right now?
Oops. Oops. No.
Oops.
I suck. Period.
That was it. Yeah, it's menstruation. Hooray.
Okay. Well, I wasn't sure if this part it would have been another bit of.
Yeah, then it kind of becomes a different thing. It's kind of a weird one. Anyway, Nanami.
This is like anime's version of birds and bees.
Yeah, is this episode, which increasingly gets less coherent over time. Nanami, free from her worries, bonds with her egg, and we get a montage of her going about her day with the egg and being happy and stuff, and it's kind of cute. Suwabuki is worried about Nanami and talks to Utena and Anthy about it. Anthy comments that her hen, which she also named Nanami, also got really attached to her egg when she laid an egg, and she wonders who the father is.
All her animals are named Nanami, yes. Right? We had the cow named now the chicken.
Very funny.
Like, see what Anthy thinks of Nanami.
Later, Toga goes to see Nanami and says that she's been chipper. She asks if he prefers boys or girls, as if she's having a baby. But Toga replies that he likes girls, obviously, because he thinks they're talking about romantic attraction. So when Nanami says that she prefers girls, he starts to go into a long speech about God's plan for heterosexuality. But Nanami is like, what are you talking about? This thing was very funny to me.
Oh, dear. Yep.
Toga is like, what are you talking about? So Nanami asks him what he thinks about girls who lay eggs, and Toga says, girls who would do that betray their family, and she's horrified, because now I guess it's about pregnancy or something.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was like. It's all the things.
Nanami wonders what she's supposed to do now. Why isn't she allowed to lay eggs? And then she's like, hey, wait, what do these girls even do with these eggs? And then she imagines eating them. We get the Kashira Shadow Troop. They do a skit about standing an egg up on its end, and they try a few things out, but it gets revealed that the egg is actually a monster that attacks them. Oh no. Nanami decides to abandon the egg in the forest.
This is crazy.
She tries to go back to her life, but is dissatisfied and can't sleep. So then she tries to go retrieve the egg. She goes into the woods to find the egg, but it's missing. Gasp! And she frantically looks around for it, and until she stumbles upon Saionji camping out in the woods, cooking an egg. She thinks that he has cooked her egg and accuses him of being cruel. And he's like, what? You want an egg? I got more eggs. I could just make you one. And he shows her a bowl of eggs, including Nanami's egg. She snatches it and runs off. This is fun. I like goofy Saionji just being like, I'm going camping. I'm cooking an egg.
Yeah, so he's just like the extra. Like, we need somebody to be doing something crazy. He's our guy.
Utena and Anthe go to bed, and Anthe asks Utena if she believes in reincarnation and talks about how elephants go to die on their own. She says that thoughts and feelings pass down from parent to child to the end of time. And Utena's like, yeah, that's sort of like reincarnation, but why would you bring that up?
I took this as like, why are we having this conversation? There's nothing to do with us this episode. We just gotta keep up the bit.
Nanami wanders around and stumbles upon her egg, now gigantic, sitting on the ground. She asks for forgiveness for abandoning it earlier. The egg hatches and a giant monster comes out of it and shoots a beam out of it like it's Mothra or something. This has to be some movie reference, I just don't know.
That's what it seemed like to me, like a kaiju or something.
Yeah. It disappears into the night, leaving Nanami alone. She wakes up and wonders if it was all a dream. She pulls back the covers to see that her egg is broken and the contents are gone. Elsewhere, Utena and Anthe get a knock on the door. It's Choo-Choo who has been missing. We see a sad Anthe as we cut to credits.
Wait, what? No, I saw that, but now I'm like, is Choo-Choo in the egg?
Yeah,
Wait.
Choo-Choo was reincarnated as an egg.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's what's implied, because Utena's like, she hasn't been around, and then he shows up. Because he rehatched or whatever. But he's not an elephant. He's a monkey. But he's got elephant-like ears. This episode was crazy.
You want to tell me all about it?
I mean, I think that's like pretty much had it all in there.
You understand? Okay,
right?
Yep,
it's like, oh, girls lay eggs. This is kind of like menstruation. It's embarrassing to talk about because we learn health class too late, and we should learn it earlier. And then it becomes about being pregnant when she's like, oh, that sounds fun. And Toga's like, oh, that's the worst thing you could ever do is be gay and get pregnant. Toga's two things he doesn't want. And then, yeah, she abandons the egg, kind of like how she abandoned that cat that one time. But then she goes back for it.
Oh my God. Yeah. So
she's learned.
Growth, maybe.
And then it hatches and it's Choo-Choo. I don't know what we're supposed to do with that. I mean, maybe it's not Choo-Choo.
Yay, Choo-Choo.
Maybe Choo-Choo went and ate it.
We haven't got enough Choo-Choo bits. Oh my God, you're right.
But then I don't think
notoriously, I'm unsure.
I don't think Anthe would have talked about reincarnation and looked sad at the end.
Well, okay.
Yep.
Crazy set of episodes as always. Transition to closing segment. I can't think of a good one.
Rate us 5 stars. You had a good time. You just listened to us talk for like an hour or something. Rate us 5 stars on your podcast platform of choice. It helps us out. Tell your friends about the podcast. If you know what movie that was being referenced in the last episode, please write in at shoujopod@gmail.com or leave a comment on the YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Tell us stuff. Tell us if you agree with the stuff I'm saying, because maybe it's wrong. I've only watched the first 3 episodes of this arc, and it's a longer arc than the other ones. So I could be wrong about stuff.
Yes, but we already there's like 4 more episodes, 4 or 5 more, 6 episodes of our coverage of this left. I feel like it's already almost over.
Yep, we're reaching the end because there's 15 episodes in season 3 or in the Apocalypse Saga. So we got 4 more and then the movie.
Right, and then we're done. Oh, right. The movie. That's right. Yep. Crazy. Well, so crazy. But despite how crazy it is, Joe is a wise man who can come up with lessons learned regardless of
Yeah. You didn't want to switch it to the last thing? You want to keep this one?
You like this one.
I do like this one. Do you even remember what the other one was?
Yes, and I didn't prepare.
All right. What did we learn?
What did we learn?
If you're cooking,
you tell me, Joe.
If you're cooking an egg in the forest, don't take your eyes off it or you'll burn it. You gotta always be on lock when you're cooking eggs. It's important.
Yeah. Slumber parties are fun, and boys are gonna copy your fun slumber party, but make it weird.
So true.
I don't know.
If somebody tells you there's a gondola and it turns out it's actually an elevator, you gotta correct them. You cannot let them go around thinking a gondola is an elevator. Those are not the same thing.
That's embarrassing. He's a fancy rich boy. He should know.
He doesn't know shit. He's such a child.
No, truly. Wear your seatbelts if you're in a car and there's a crazy dude doing crazy tricks while driving it.
If you're Kozume and you're trying to invent the polycule out of thin air, you got to make sure everyone else is on board. You can't just suddenly be like, what if we all just shared partners? Because I think they're not going to be on board with that.
Yes. Revolutionary girl Utena, trying things out in the 90s.
Hell yeah.
Sweet. Well, yeah, I'm ready for bed, so we're gonna wrap it up here, folks.
All right, nighty night, everyone.
Nighty night. Oh wait, I forgot to share. I was like, one thing is that I've been doing a sleep test, and for 7 days I've been tracking my sleep, and now I know what it like assigns you an animal as your sleep like pattern thing, and I'm a penguin. And it's
That's
like
cute.
Let me pull it. It's a little description. To protect their eggs, penguins remain alert and watchful even while they sleep. Penguin sleepers are getting enough sleep and keeping a regular schedule, but they tend to wake up too often at night. So I am bad at sleeping deep. What?
And therefore, I'm bad at sleeping. See you next week, everybody.
All right, speaking of eggs, meet penguin hard to sleep when you got your egg to think about.
Yeah.
The end.
The end.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.